Mary Helen Dara, Taylor Automotive Family Women in the Driver's Seat. I'm about to have the pleasure of going in to speak with Executive Director Jennifer Jacobs of Leading Families Home, an organization that has changed its name over their 100 years of service to our community, but their mission remains intact. Let's go on inside and meet this amazing woman. Jennifer, thank you so much for being here today. Could you tell us a little bit about your history and what motivated you to get behind the wheel here at Leading Families Home?
Sure. I actually have a teaching background for about 22 years. I taught from third grade up through college level and even in some of the area jails. And I've always liked working with the at-risk population. So I was an executive director of another nonprofit for about 12 years. And it was actually one that I brought here when I came over here in 2021. I was community programs director, and then they asked me to take the acting position as of last August, and then January I was appointed here for executive director. So it's in my blood for a long time here.
Great. And tell us a little bit about the essence of Leading Families Home. What is their mission?
We'd like to take people who are in need, who are maybe facing domestic violence, homelessness for some reason or another. I think there's such a stigma attached to being homeless, and people don't realize just how easy it can happen to anybody. So we have 2 emergency family shelters, and then we have a housing program it's our rapid rehousing. So they get into housing, we pay for their rent and their utilities, give them wraparound case management services for a period up to 2 years. And then we also have our permanent supportive housing, which they can stay, it's lifelong. As long as they qualify for it, then we keep supporting them. And then with that, we have the other wraparound services, our substance abuse program, our behavioral health programs. We work with Lucas County Children's Services, provide programming for them as well, and parenting support.
All right, great. Besides probably never sleeping, what is the most challenging and in the most rewarding aspects of what you do?
Challenging is the funding. That's most definitely, hands down, the most difficult part of the job, is making sure that we have the funding to carry out the mission that we need to do, that's needed so much in Lucas County. Most rewarding, just walking outside of my office, going right down that hallway and seeing the people that we serve. Yeah. That's rewarding every single time, keeps me coming back.
Right. Would you encourage others to get behind the wheel of this kind of work here?
Well, they have to have very thick skin.
Yes.
It's not an easy position. It's a balance. It's a constant balance between the funding, doing what's right, doing what the red tape is holding you from doing. There's just so much that's involved. But is it rewarding? Yes. In a whole different way that I think some people don't realize until they're in that position, and that's what keeps you going, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many things that Leading Families Home and you and your staff do to impact the community, but what are some of the things you are most proud of?
I would say I'm most proud of my staff. They're just so compassionate, Everybody here is here for the right reasons, and you can see it just in the way they interact with the people that they're serving. And so every day when I walk in, it's like coming into family. You're coming back to your family every day, and it's nice. And it's nice to feel like that even towards the participants that we're serving. We've worked with them or had them serving them for a number of years, and so you get to know them, and it's nice. It's such a community inside of the community.
Wonderful. Well, what is the one piece of advice you could give someone who would dare to get behind the wheel as a leader of a nonprofit?
Gosh, I don't know. Just be ready and know that there's going to be times that you don't want to get out of bed in the morning because you are just absolutely emotionally exhausted. But for the most part, stay ready, because it's going to be a new day. Every day there's something exciting and new to unfold.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer, for all that you and your team do to positively impact our community. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing all that Leading Families Home does for our community, and you and your staff are absolutely incredible. Hopefully you'll be able to get some rest. Let's hop in the car and see who's next in the driver's seat.